Hi, it's Ryan with Parts Doctor, and today we're going to go over everything you need to know about radiant surface elements. Radiant surface elements are heating elements used underneath some glass-top stoves. First, let's look at the components that make up the radiant element. The coils in the middle of the element are the heating coils, and the piece on the side with the probe is the limiter. The limiter keeps the element from getting too hot, and it also triggers the hot surface indicator light to turn on when the element is warm and off when the element has cooled down. If you look at the back side of the element, the manufacturer will often print the part number, wattage ratings, and voltage rating on the back side of the element. There are single, dual, and triple coil elements. To determine how many coils your element has, you can look at how many electrical connections come out the side of the element. A single element will have 2 connections, a dual element will have 3 connections, like this one, and a triple element will have 4 connections. On dual and triple elements, you will notice one of the electrical connections has multiple coils that tie into the same terminal. This terminal is called the common terminal. Please make note of this terminal for testing the element. If your multimeter has the option, turn your meter to the continuity setting. To do a continuity test, you will need to place one of the probes on the common wire terminal of the heating element and the other probe on one of the other terminals. Next, repeat the same process on the other wire terminals. If the element is bad, the meter will not make any noise, and if the coil you are testing is good, the meter will make an audible beeping noise. Since a multi-coil element has separate heating coils, it is possible for one coil to be good and the other to be bad. If one coil is burned out, then the heating element will need to be replaced. If your multimeter does not have a continuity setting, then you can do an ohm test. If you have an auto-ranging multimeter, then turn it to the ohm setting. If you have a manual ranging multimeter, then you'll need to set the meter to the lowest ohm setting. Place one of the probes on the common terminal and the other probe on one of the other terminals. Next, repeat the same process on the other terminals. You should get an approximate reading of 10 to 100 ohms on each of the coils. If the display on the meter does not change or your ohm reading is far off from that, then you have a bad heating element. It is important to note that there are 2 different style limiters used on radiant elements. Please note the location of the small wire terminals on the 2 elements. On most limiters, the small terminals are used for the hot surface indicator light, and the large terminal is used for power to the element. When replacing your element, the new element limiter may look different than the original element limiter. If this is the case, look at the back of the limiter, and next to each terminal it is labeled 1A, 2A, 1B, or 2B. When installing the new element, it is important to connect the wires to the same labeled terminal, regardless of the physical location of the terminals. To test the limiter at room temperature, you can do a continuity test between terminals 1A and 2A and terminals 1B and 2B. At room temperature, terminals 1B and 2B should have no continuity, and terminals 1A and 2A should have continuity. Here I have the cover taken off a limiter to show you how it works. When the probe heats up, it expands and pushes a switch arm that makes and breaks the electrical contacts inside the limiter. If you find that you have a bad heating element and you need to purchase a new one, you can purchase one from our online store by clicking the link in the description below. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel for more appliance repair videos, and if you found this video helpful, please click the thumbs up button below. You can also stay up to date by liking us on our Facebook page and following us on Twitter.